the best duos in bluelock. If you guys like this type of content, please make sure to like and subscribe. And today you're gonna hear my hot takes about the best duos in bluelock. Anyways, let's get right into this. To clarify, I'm basically ranking these duos based off their sample size. So if they can produce one good chemical reaction, that's not what I count as a great duo, because one good chemical reaction wouldn't only come from a great duo. I feel like if we have a game footage of these two playing together and they create multiple chances and they're virtually almost unstoppable together, that's what I basically view as a great duo. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into this shit. Coming in at number 5, we have Isagi and Kurona, the duo. Anyways, this duo is a really good duo for the main factor that their galaxy whole hotline stuff, that shit works damn near every time. Like, I think Isagi used this in the early NEL days to get up the field every single time. And Kurona can also be a great decoy, as where Isagi can look like he's about to pass to him, but then fake the other way and go the other way. So it's a pretty versatile combination between the two of them. Where this duo basically fails is none of them have metavision. And we've only seen them for, I'd say, about 2 games really cook. Like, I'd say Manchan was their best game together. And since then, they've been a little, like, falling off a little bit because Uber's Kurona had to get subbed off. He was still doing good, but he had to get subbed off. But they need to upgrade it as for Hiori. But yeah, this duo is pretty good, mainly for the Galaxy hotline. I've seen plenty of plays where Isagi just uses this move to get up the field in early NEL days. So yeah, I think this is why it's at number 5 spot. Number 4, we have Isagi and Bachira. And Isagi's a name that you're going to be hearing a lot in this list, mainly because he has chemical reactions with damn near everyone in the damn series. Now, the reason why I have Bachira and Isagi above Kurona and Isagi is because, unlike Kurona, Bachira can also create his own shot, which makes, I think, for a more deadly duo. We can have Isagi who can score on his own, and then Bachira who can also score on his own. So it makes kind of like a double-edged sword where it's like, oh, who the hell do I guard? And I feel like that makes the duo way more unpredictable and harder to stop when both people in the duo are goal-scoring threats. Now, that said, I think that the things that Isagi is able to do with Kurona at a level which is higher than what Bachira did with Isagi in the first selection. But yeah, just to name a few, we have Isagi's first goal that Bachira assisted. We have Isagi's last goal that Bachira assisted. And just like their whole dynamic together as teammates, where Bachira cuts open lanes through on the wing and crosses in while Isagi scores volleys. I feel like this duo is pretty good. Coming in at number 3, we have Isagi and Hiori. Now, this duo is actually very good for the simple fact that they were able to link up without looking at each other once. And I get it. This is like hard to do when you're like kind of next to someone. When you're so much farther away from someone and you're doing a pass that's in the air and he needs to trap it perfectly and score, bro, without even looking at him, Hiori ended up doing that shit and Isagi ended up doing that shit, which I think cultivated one of the best goals in the series. And also, Hiori basically changed the game in the Ubers when he came in. He was just like, bro, all Isagi needed was a person who could also use metavision to help him score, and that's exactly what Hiori did. So that's why I think that this partnership is deadlier than Bachira and Isagi and Kurona and Isagi, because Hiori might not be a goal-scoring threat, but Hiori has that link up with Isagi that none of these other 2 guys below him have had. Hiori can create chances for Isagi out of thin air. On top of that, he's a great defender, you know? He can read plays very nicely and kind of bail Isagi out of situations that he wouldn't want to be in himself. I'd say a little flaw that this thing even has is if one of them, Isagi, and mainly if he underperforms for Hiori, Hiori's loyalty is not still going to be there. Hiori's going to look for the best passing option, whereas I'd say Kurona and Bachira would mostly look for Isagi and where the goal set is the best. Coming in at number 2, we have an unexpected one that you guys probably didn't expect. It's Isagi and Nagi. Now, hold on. I know in my comments there's going to be that one guy telling me to stop glazing Nagi and that he sucks. But hear me out, guys. The games we've seen these two together, all right? Nagi, in the first one, had his best game, I think, in the entire series. And that's the 2v2 against Baro. He scored 4 goals, and on top of that, got an assist to Isagi's last goal. this is just the beginning of this amazing partnership. As we then go to the next game against Rio's team, where they produced numerous chemical reactions. The game is up to 5, and I'm pretty sure each of them grabbed 2 goals each, along with 2 assists each to each other. They knew each other so much that Isagi could literally just throw the ball over to Nagi. He would trap it in a nice, peculiar way and score. Same thing with Isagi. Nagi would see him on the blind spots and everything. Bro, this duo was not only producing hype moment after hype moment, but they were also just so in sync. And it was just so sick to see Isagi, a guy who was quote-unquote regular in the beginning of the series, grow this much and be able to play on the same level as someone like Nagi, who was hailed as a genius and one of the best in Blue Lock. It's just so nice to see these two come together and dominate the field together. Then in Rin's game, I wouldn't say they had much of a duo-ship, but you have to remember these dudes literally assisted each other for their goals. I'm pretty sure it's Hiori who gave him the ball, who when Nagi just destroyed Rin, absolutely demolished Rin. And then after that, for Isagi's shot, which Rin ended up blocking, Nagi's the one who chested it down and gave it to him. But yeah, these guys I think are very this high because of their chemistry, the moments they ended up producing over these matches, and just overall, they're dynamic as characters too. They're just together. Now, the number 1 spot, you guys are probably all like, oh my gosh, we know who it's going to be. It's pretty obvious at this point. And you're right, it's Shido and Sae. Now, I hate on Shido a lot, but out of all these strikers at that time in Blue Lock, I think he's the only one who could have teamed up with Sae and put on that level of a performance. You guys are probably yelling in the comments, Baro could have done that, Rin could have done that. No, the reason why I think Shido could have done that is because Itoshi Sai's playstyle is very ball dominant. So is Baro's. If Baro has the ball all the time and he's dribbling through people and shooting, how the hell is Itoshi Sae just going to tell him, okay, yo, I need to get the ball. You just get the ball out of my way, make runs, and I'll give you the ball. How is Itoshi Sae going to be the one to tell him that? I don't think Baro would listen. Unlike Shido, whose main playstyle isn't dribbling or anything like that, he just gets in the box, and when you throw an alley-oop up to him, he dunks that shit down in a volley or some shit. So I feel like this duo had a very formulaic way of scoring its goals. It was just an A plus B equal goal. And combined with their insane stats and what they're doing, Shido's awareness in the box, plus Sae's insane passing and dribbling and vision and just IQ in general, they competed with an amazing combo. It's so amazing that even the entirety of Blue Lock was fearing that they would lose when Shido scored his second crazy goal. There's a lot of other good Blue Lock duos. But if you guys like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. I got more content coming on the way in these next coming weeks, so stay tuned. And yeah, man, let me know in the comments what your favorite duo is in Blue Lock. And yeah, man,